very interesting. You know, he's an interesting personality. I love him already. You know, he's a character. I think me and him are the same age almost. I think I know him actually from NBA camp. It was when I was 16. NBA Without Borders.
Oh, basketball.
Yeah. I was with him in that year, so it's so funny to see that, you know, it's 10, 12 years ago, maybe more than that, 12 years ago, and now we are teammates, so it's kind of funny to me.
Do you remember anyone else who's in that camp?
Shea was there, I think. It was a lot of guys. I don't know who else was there. There's a lot of guys. You should look it up. There's a lot of guys. It wasn't in Toronto. Yeah, it was in Toronto. The Ulster. Yeah, the Toronto Ulster.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of guys on that, actually.
Do you remember anything about being from that last question?
He actually, I don't know, but he stopped playing. I remember that. He was dominating the whole 1-2 days, and then
shut it down.
Yeah, he shut it down. That's all I remember. I was like, well, where did this guy go? You know? Yeah, it was a fun time.
I mean, practice was pretty detailed on, you know, us three, you know, knowing what we see out there and what it's like. And, you know, I can tell it's about to be a fun season. You know, they're so willing to know me and know that I like, you know, coming in and out of the pick and roll, or whether it's deep seals on mismatches or whether I seal or not to get the ball in. You know, I'm seeing Luka trust me, and AR trust me in practice as well when it comes to certain post-ups and isolations coming out of that pick and roll.
You said with Luka the other day, it's like you have to read his eyes. Right?
Yeah, he talks with his eyes.
That's what you're doing with Luka. I mean, is it like kind of learning new languages?
I mean,
when you're playing with these guys.
I mean, yeah, you know, you have great playmakers, you know, like CP and playing with Book. You know, you can tell, you know, you have that one conversation with them and they know what you want. You know, they all geniuses where they know the game. You know, they're already picking teams apart off their own personnel and who they are. But you know, just adding another guy where I'm putting pressure on the rim and I'm giving them what they want and how they want their screen set and getting out their way as well. So it's a timing thing, and it's a thing where you're reading the defense together. And you're on the same page, it's like watching a movie together, and did you see what I see? Things like that. So I'm starting to see AR and Luka, just show me things what they like. Because I've been around it where CP3 is more of a slow, shifty guy, and that's what Luka gives me. AR is like both. Where he creates his own shots, but to get downhill, he got it after that.